Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video, I cannot believe this, but we have yet another monthly favorites and fails. This summer is absolutely flying. I don't know if it is for you guys or not, but the baby's gonna be 3 months soon. I go back to work this Sunday. I am so bummed about that, but that's why I had to jump on here and talk to you guys. I love these monthly favorites and fails. It just always cheers me up. I feel like I've been really like testy and moody these days, and I think it's because I'm going back to work. But beauty products always get me in a good mood. So we're going to talk about lots of good things today. I have a lot of skincare to talk about, some makeup items, some old favorites, some new things. So yeah, lots to share. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so first up, let's talk about some skincare. So I got 2 products from the Inky List sent out to me, and I have been dying to try them out for the longest time, and I don't know why. Their products are so cheap, but I just never jump the gun. I think I've just been trying way too much skincare recently. But this serum, this polyglutamic acid, was something I only had to try out a few times before I just fell in love with it. I knew it was going to be a staple in my skincare routine, but I have never heard of this ingredient before. But I read up on it a little bit, and apparently it's a humectant similar to hyaluronic acid, but it holds more than 4 times the moisture that hyaluronic acid does. So it's a lot more stronger in its hydration capabilities, and you can just feel that immediate hydration factor from this. It goes on really silky smooth, and just it spreads on so nicely onto the skin, and it gives this like refreshing feel. Your skin just feels just refreshed and moisturized and hydrated. So I love this. This is going to be a new favorite. Now keep in mind, so the whole idea behind the Inky List, it's similar to The Ordinary in that it's really affordable. The prices are great. The highest price item I think is $14.99, which this is one of their higher priced items, but the volume on all of them, they're only 1 ounce, which I think I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure all the products are only 1 ounce. So keep that in mind when you look at it like that. The Ordinary, you're getting twice the amount of product for the same price. But I love that all the products are just focused on good active ingredients, products that are really gonna make a difference in your skin. There's no fluff in them, there's no fragrance, there's no extra fillers. It's just the good stuff that's gonna work. The other product I tried from them was the Multibiotic Moisturizer. Didn't like that so much. The smell, it almost smelled like a stale, I don't know, the smell was very off-putting, but it wasn't even just that. It just didn't hydrate my skin well, and I just didn't love it. Maybe if you have oily skin it might work for you, but didn't love the moisturizer. But that serum is awesome, so I was really excited about that. I will continue to use that. And then I have 2 sunscreens that have been favorites for me this summer. I have just been having a ball trying out different sunscreens. I don't know, it's like my mission to find that perfect sunscreen. But so I've been trying out a lot, and I have 2 favorites. This is my favorite body sunscreen as of recent, but this is the Balm Soul Oil SPF of 30. I love this because it goes on almost like a dry oil. It feels really lightweight, it's fast absorbing, and it has that amazing boom boom cream smell. It just smells so good. It smells like you're on an island. It's just, I just love anything with a coconut smell. And this has some glitter flecks in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but it gives such a gorgeous glittery shimmer to the skin. But it's not, I say glitter, but they're not huge glitter flecks. Here, I'll show you how it looks. It just leaves like just a pretty sheen to the skin, and oh god, that smell is just everything. I'm obsessed. And the Supergoop sunscreen, this is the Unseen sunscreen in an SPF of 40. This has been my go-to sunscreen underneath makeup recently. It has the same exact consistency of the Smashbox Photo Focus Primer, just that like thick silicone feel. If you don't like a silicone primer type feeling, you're not gonna like this. It does feel a little heavy going on, but with my extra dry skin, I don't mind that. It feels hydrating to me, but it's great for under makeup because it goes on so smoothly, and it smooths out your skin, it smooths out texture, it fills in your pores, so your foundation just glides on, and it doesn't make your foundation slide around. It's just really great underneath makeup. I love it. It doesn't sting at all. It is a chemical sunscreen, but it doesn't it's not harsh or irritating on the skin, so I love that. All right, so I wanted to talk about some makeup too. Oh my gosh, this blush I've been obsessing over. This Kylie blush. This is the first Kylie product I've tried. I don't know why, there's just been so much hype around Kylie products. I didn't know if they were necessarily worth it, but this blush is amazing. This is the Close to Perfect shade in her pressed blush powder. The shade name couldn't be any more spot on. This blush is just the perfect neutral nude. It has a little bit of peach in it, a hint of pink. It could go with a warm look, a cool tone look. It's just so pretty. I've been wearing it in all my most recent videos if you guys haven't noticed, but I just love it. If you like a matte blush, I think you would love this powder because it's not, a lot of matte blushes to me have kind of a chalky consistency, but this goes on nice and smooth and seamlessly. It's not patchy, and I love the compact. The mirror is great in here. It's really cute. I love, who doesn't love millennial pink? But just the blush formula is great, and I just love the shade. This is just like been my go-to blush. Love this. And then next up, let's talk about this mascara. I did a whole review video comparing the You Better Work mascaras. Essence has this new workout mascara formula that's supposed to be workout proof, smudge proof. It's even supposed to stay throughout your post-gym shower, which I haven't really tested that, but I can say that when I try to wash this off at night, it is tough to get off. So if you're not a fan of that, you might not like this, but if you want your mascara to last, this is awesome. It flakes the slightest bit, but you get zero raccoon eyes with this. This lasts all day. I took my daughters out for a walk on a 90-degree day, and this lasted. It's a great formula. It lengthens, it separates, it thickens, it does everything you can want. And this is the length and definition formula. I compared it with the volumizing formula in that video, and I think I like the lengthening one a lot better. And a lot of you also said the same thing when I compared both sides. So yeah, I think this is the way to go, the lengthening one. But it's just, I don't know, it's a great formula. It lasts all day, and I just love that it gives my lashes that like dramatic effect. Essence mascaras are just amazing. They're like one of the best buys at the drugstore, I swear. They're so good. And then let's talk about this Bite product. This is by Bite Beauty. This is their Agave Plus Nighttime Lip Therapy. This is the most moisturizing lip balm I've tried in a while. This is so good. This is perfect if you're not a big fan of the original sleeping mask. That sleeping mask is really thick. It's really tacky. You really need the nighttime hours for that to sink in. But this is so emollient and silky going on. It feels so good. It just feels like a luxe lip balm. It just feels like a luxury product. It's just so good, and it literally instantly moisturizes your lips. I love this for during the day because I can put it on before I apply long wearing lipstick, and it really just smooths everything out, but the product doesn't really stick around, if that makes sense. It doesn't leave like a thick layer on your lips, so you can put on lip products and they just go on really nicely on top of this. I love this, and it tastes really good too. There's like zero plasticky taste to this whatsoever. It almost has a mango type taste. It's really good. I love this lip balm. Samantha March was just talking about the new Agave lip balm, the one in the tube form, how it never maintains its shape. It just like slips around in the tube, and it's just, I don't know, it's not the best, and I completely agree. That, I don't know what it is about that. I think that one was so overpriced, but the one in the pot is amazing. I love it. So good. And then let's talk about this Flower eyeshadow palette. I talked about this a long time ago, but I recently rediscovered it, fell in love with it. The best part about this palette, first of all, if you're a neutral eyeshadow fan, this is the palette for you. I love all the browns in here, the golds in here, but my favorite part about this palette is the shimmers. If you're a gold fan, there are some gorgeous golds in here, and the formula is just amazing. The shadows are so creamy. They're just so stunning. Let me swatch a few of these. They're almost a cream formula. That's how smooth they feel. But oh my gosh, they're a little flaky. I don't know if you saw that flake fall off, but they are just so beautiful. They catch the light in the most beautiful way. They're just stunning eyeshadows. I love them. The only thing this palette is missing is like a matte eggshell color, something to just start off your lid, to smooth out your lid before eyeshadow application. I wish it had that type of shade in here, but other than that, the formula is amazing, and if you love neutral eyeshadows, this is amazing. I usually get the same exact identical look every time I use that palette, but I don't know, I love it regardless. I love brownie tones in eyeshadow. I'm actually wearing it today, and I love how the look came out. So love that palette again. I rediscovered that, one of my favorites. And then two makeup tools, one that I use all the time, and another thing that I've rediscovered as well. Let's talk about this first. So this is the Sigma, this is the 3D HD Max Kabuki brush. This is so fun. It has such a unique shape. I feel like this feels a little redundant. I think I talked about this in another favorites video, but it has like this narrow shape, but if you look at it from the side, it's angled off, so it's great for using powders to bake with underneath your cheekbones, after your contour, even on the sides of your nose. But I rediscovered it for foundation application. The bristles are so tightly packed together, but they're so soft. It just, your foundation goes on so seamlessly. There's no streaking whatsoever. Half the time when I use a brush, I usually love a brush for the quick application process, but I always have to go in with a sponge afterwards. But this, you really don't need anything because, like I said, there's no streaking from the bristles at all. It's just such a smooth application for foundation. I love it. This is part of one of their 3D brush sets. I'll link that down below, but you can buy it separate as well. It's just a great brush. I love that. And then this is like a staple in my makeup collection. I always have an Eco Tools blending sponge. A lot of you have asked me what my go-to blending sponge is, and it's always this. And I included this in this video because I am way overdue for another one. The only thing about this sponge, it kind of degrades really easily. It gets, after washing, it gets really, chunks always fall out of it, and it doesn't hold up the best, but I can get a good 3 to 4 months out of this. But what I love about it is how pliable and soft it is when it's wet. It just bounces off your face in the most perfect way. It applies foundation so smoothly. But not only is it super soft, I love it for the shape of it too. So it has this like horizontal edge to it on the top, which is perfect for baking underneath your eyeshadow. So it really allows you to kind of just sharpen out your eyeshadow edges in the most perfect way. I just love it. It's the main reason why I haven't tried the Beauty Blender, because of the shape of this. I just don't like how the Beauty Blender has that sharp tip at the top, but maybe it's because I've never tried it. I don't know, but I don't feel like I'm missing anything with this sponge. I just love it. It does everything I need it to do. Oh, also too, it's the cheapest at Target. It's only $3. At Ulta, it's $5, so you're saving $2. So I always stock up when I'm at Target. It's just another thing I pile into my Target cart. I need to stop when I'm at Target. I seriously have a Target addiction, but it's just a great price there. A new bronzing lotion that I've discovered is this one by Bali Body. This is an Australian brand, but they're now sold at Target. But they kindly sent me out a few things, and this was one of my favorites from what they sent me, and also their BB cream is great as well. But this bronzing lotion is so good. I have like no time these days because of the girls. They just keep me so busy. So I don't have much patience when it comes to self-tanning. I just don't have the time to prep, the exfoliation process. It's just a lot. So bronzing lotions are always super convenient for me, but I'm always looking for the next best one. And the color, to me, the shade is always really important. Some of them, they can lean a little too orange, but this is the perfect cool toned bronzing color. Let me show you guys what this looks like. But the color is so nice, and it's so lightweight. It's not streaky at all. A lot of bronzing lotions I found to be a little patchy going on, but this blends in so nicely, and it leaves just like like perfect, natural, like Brazilian tan. Oh, it's so good. Do you see the comparison? Isn't that crazy? But it looks natural. I love it. It smooths in really easily. It's not oily at all. It's not greasy feeling. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't really have a smell. Actually, I think it's unscented. I wish it had a nice tropical smell, but besides that, I love that it's not sticky, and I just love the color. I love the ease of it. It just applies so easily. It's not patchy, so love that, and you can get that at Ulta now, so really excited about that. Okay, so next up is another favorite, my last favorite, and then I'll go into the fails. But this is the lipstick that I'm wearing today. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipstick in the shade Camellia. This is just the perfect peachy nude. It sticks around and it doesn't dry out my lips. I'm always looking for a long wearing lipstick that doesn't dry out my lips, and it's just great. It feels really lightweight on the lips. It's not heavy at all. And I like that it's light enough, but it's not too light where it washes me out. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just such a pretty peachy color. I love it. It lasts a long time. I wouldn't call this, I think they claim that these are like 18-hour wears or something crazy like that. It lasts maybe 4 to 6 hours, which in my eyes for a bullet lipstick, that's perfect. I just love that this is long lasting, it wears really nicely, and it's not drying. So the formula is really great. If you guys have tried other shades by them, let me know. I really want to pick up more because I just love that formula. It's just really great. So that is the last of my favorites. I have 2 fails. Now I got both of these products through Octoly, and if you guys are unfamiliar, Octoly is a PR company that I guess it's for more smaller creators like myself. You don't really hear too many mega influencers talking about the products they got through Octoly. but it's a way for us smaller creators who don't really get many PR products to try out products, to review products, and they have a lot of stipulations where you have to review the product within 30 days. Once you review the product, you get that credit back, and you get 5 credits for the month. So I usually try to pick products that I think there'd be a lot of interest in, and I saw that there was this new Somerville moisturizer on here that I was so excited about when I saw that. So this is a retinol and vitamin C moisturizer, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you really don't see too many skincare products with both of these ingredients combined. There was an old wives' tale going around for a while that both of these combined ingredients would counteract their effect, but that claim has since been nipped in the bud, and you can use retinol and vitamin C together, and you'll get the same brightening and cell turnover from both of these ingredients that you would if used separately. So that was super exciting to hear, and when I saw that they were in a moisturizer, I'm like, great, that can eliminate my vitamin C serum at night, because I usually only use a vitamin C in the morning. Now, while this did make my skin hydrated and glowing, and I feel like it did impart some brightness to my skin, I just think the ingredients are just not worth the price. Unfortunately, this is a $90 moisturizer, and if you look at the ingredient list, the top of the ingredient list are, you know, a bunch of, you know, emollients and humectants, which is all great in a moisturizer, but nothing you're not going to find in something at the drugstore, or even Paula's Choice Retinol Moisturizer, the intensive therapy moisturizer, is amazing. And actually, when comparing both of those moisturizers, the retinol is at the same exact spot on the ingredient list. It's 16th down on the list. But before the retinol, there's all these good ingredients in the Paula's Choice product. I think there's green tea in there, there's niacinamide, there's licorice root in there. So many like skin benefiting ingredients. And in the Somerville, you have the retinol, which again is the same exact spot on the Inky list. But above it, you have all these basic moisturizer ingredients, with the addition of fragrance as being, I think it's like the 6th ingredient. So the fragrance is way high up there. And I've said this before, I'm not completely against fragrance in skincare, but when fragrance is above all the other active ingredients, that's when I really question it. And it does have a nice, pleasant, citrusy smell in here, but I'd rather have the good stuff. So I just don't see anything in here that justifies the $90 price tag. Please enlighten me if you guys know of any ingredient that is really pricey in here. I did see that there's volcanic soil in here, but I mean, does that benefit the skin in any way? Are there scientifically backed studies that that's going to improve my skin? Is that going to smooth out my fine lines and wrinkles? Probably not. So yeah, just unfortunately this was not a favorite. This was a fail for me. Like I said, it did hydrate my skin, but not to justify the $90 price. Such a bummer, because I love her products, but I do think a lot of them are way overpriced. Her moisturizers I love. Some of them are in the $60 range. I love the Nourish one, and there's also an oil-free moisturizer that I've tried that I really like. What is my other favorite product by her? Oh, also the Liquid Exfoliate is a great exfoliator, so love that, but I just don't see why that's so expensive. I don't get it. But last but not least, let's talk about this Tula skincare product. Tula skincare, I feel like a lot of people rave about their things. I haven't found a product that I've really fallen in love with. Octoly sent me out a few things, and this product really intrigued me. So it's a face filter blurring and moisturizing primer. It has a tint to it. There's also probiotics and superfoods in here. So I guess this is, you know, packed with antioxidants, which is great. But the thing I did not like about this, so the tint to this, when you first apply it, it comes out in like a liquidy white cream, and it has these pigmented beads in here that I guess burst once you rub it in. But the pigment it gives your skin once you rub it in doesn't really match my skin tone, and I feel like this would only work on somebody with this exact skin tone. It's just way too dark, and it left that like foundation line of demarcation after I did my foundation, and I knew it wasn't my foundation shade. I knew it was the primer, so I just wasn't a fan of the tone of that primer. It felt good going on, but yeah, just the pigment shade was just way off for me. So not a fan of that, unfortunately. That is all my favorites and fails for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your favorites and fails. Let me know the product that's been living in your purse. I feel like that's always a good indication of your most favorite product, because you're reaching for it all the time. So I just always love, I don't know, maybe it's like the nosy product junkie in me. I just always like knowing what other people are using. It's just really fun. And you guys know I love hearing from you guys. So leave your comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys.